Hello, everyone, and welcome to Imperfect Design. Today, we will work on the colors and design system, not the color palette, but we will work with the grading shades. We will talk about how to set these gradations from 100 to 900 for some colors, what options we have, or maybe you need less, like 100, 300, 5, and 700. And also, I'll give you an example how could look the representation of colors in your design system, the kind of cards and information you would need. So I hope you're interested and you will enjoy. And like always, if not, leave your comments and maybe next video I will be better. Let's go. Okay, so let's start and make our first steps with the colors. And we're going to have at the end something like this. This is an example with the colors set for the in design system. You have their cards, they have some groups. So this is the primary colors, complementary status colors that I talk about this in design system structure and design system part 1 video. If you didn't check it. So I'll not stop too long for this. We will have this gradation and identify how actually it will work, right? So go ahead. We have this palette with our logo generated by AI. So it's not really a good logo, but again, we're not focused on this. Our main work here is understand how to set the gradation for the colors, how actually set the cards or whatever, any representation in design system in the color section. So first of all, we have here colors and we identify them, those three as the primary colors and those two as the accent colors, the complementary colors. Okay, I suggest to work with colors if you work it on the section. To make the section color, what will be your screens? So far, I think it will be white, very basic. And because of this, if for some reason your background, your product background color is different, set it here. So any color you will set, it's already, you can see how it will work with the background. Okay, so let's go ahead. We need to set color grades. So white here. And white, for white I will give slightly different view because we cannot see it. Right, so I will do this very like gray so we can know where it is. So here we are. Let's start with the gray colors. It's like basic of the all primary colors. We need the grayscales because it's the neutral colors. They can use it everywhere, so they will not take too much attention of user, but they exist and they could be seen, but not be the bosses, not be so, screaming on the screen. And so here we are. I don't know why did I copy this, but let's again. So I would need some, I prefer to work with the squares. And let's say it will be 20. Not bad also. You guys go here. So we have this. We would need from white to a gray 900. It means we need 10 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the first one will be white. I said it like this. Okay. And the last one, okay, we can say black, but personally I prefer when gray has a little bit of a color tone, at least a small shade of it. So I will go here and say, okay, for our palette, maybe it will be something. Well, let's give me it easier. Why are we slow? Like this, and then define something like this, maybe. Okay, so now we have the white one. And we do this. Okay, something here. And there are our, not black, but almost black, which is too blue. Yeah, it's already pretty black, I would say. Anyhow, so this will be our color. Now we need to understand which system we use. And as you see, in my case, it's already set HBS. Yeah, so hue, saturation, and brightness. These values are presented here. So hue, it's actually the color shade it's you use, right? What is blue, red, green, whatever it's here. So saturation in this case will show us how close it is to the color deepness, the depth, right? So from here to here. And this one will show us how bright it is, how closer it to the white. Okay, now let's set the grades between white and 900. Well, actually, we need to set gray 100 because we need to define the middles. And this will be the way how to do this easier. It's when we have 100 because between 100 and 900, easy to get the middles. So what I do first, I set the same hue that had my 900, is 207. Then I found a color close to white that will still have some difference. So we can see let me switch off this for a while. So we can see the difference between white and this gray, which is perfect, I think, for the 100. Maybe slightly brighter. Okay, 8 or 9. Okay, let's go with 8. 7. Okay, then 7. Didn't change anything. Make this one to see it. I actually set the border this 100 colors, so it will be easy to get them the contrast between them. So now we find our 500, 2, 3, 4, 5, which will be middle between 100 and 900. So how actually it works? We need to know the saturation and brightness of our 900, which is in this case, let me put it down, 77 and 22. So I set the other side value to check it, to change it here. So from 1 to 77, the difference is 76. So middle of this will be 38. So in this case, in saturation, I need to add. So 38 plus 1 will be 39. Ooh, so blue. Interesting. And now we're going from 97 to 22. Yeah, it will be, the difference will be 77 and 75. 75 in the middle, it will be 30, well, let's say 37 in this case. So in this case, we need to take it out, so go down from 97 minus 37, it will be 60. 60. It is pretty blue. So I would say we need to go slightly deeper in the middle to identify where this curve is going in our shade. So, well, something like this. I think is pretty much it. And we stay with this one. Okay, so now we go with the rest of the numbers. Again, we're going to 700 and see. Again, here's 16 saturation. And now 900, gray 900 color saturation is 77. So between 77 and 16, the difference is 61. Let's say it's the middle of this 30. So plus 16, 30 plus 16 will be 46. And 53 and to 22, difference is 31. So let's say, okay, 16. 53 minus 16 will be 37. So this will be our 700. Okay. This. Now we go in here and say, okay, I would like to identify 800. In my 800 will be, okay, 46 to 77. The difference is 31. Let's say 15 in the middle will be. So 46 plus 15 will be 61. And from 37 to 22, difference is 15, which is, let's say, 8. So 37 minus 8 will be 29. So this will be mine 800. So now I will do the rest with the same idea. If it's not clear, let me know. I will try to explain. Maybe it's in a better way. But we come back with the colors. But now I very quickly to fill up all the gray shades. Okay, so this is our grid. I can see that this is pretty warm and a huge contrast here because I did manually like, okay, this will be our curve. So I can adjust the rest of the colors if I feel so, slightly putting them down to the more grayscale. Okay, but I need also to, this is what I mean by manual, but if you're okay with, oops, if you're okay with what you have, just don't do this manually. You can do this like this. Again, it depends how confident you are with these grades. You can bring it with the manual thing. Let me show it on some example. We're going with the red one, the accent one. Oof, this is big. Okay, 120. This we go in here. We don't need many colors. I would say we have 100, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, with this one we need to align them. Did it? No, I did not. Okay, align 0. Good. So we have 500, and in this, like I did with the grayscale, the 100 one, I just absolutely like my feeling, my guts here showing me. Okay, this is will be like this more or less. One suggestion: try to keep the hundreds, like 300s, 500s, in the same tone of darkness, right? But I believe it's not always possible, but in majority try to do this. So here I say, okay, something between this one and this one by the curve will be here. And with this, we're going with the same thing. So what it could be, so between black and this, well, 700, yeah, so it probably will be something like this. So this is my red. It's also shaded, and if you want to be more um, precise, you can do this with mathematical way, or you feel very confident with what you do this in like in your feelings, and still always can adjust if it feels too much. Okay, now I will do the rest. I mean the yellow, dark blue, and light blue, and we back, and I will be back. Okay, if you pay attention, there is interesting thing when we're working with the grayscale. The curve we use, it's let me show. It's always this side. We close it to the last color possible. When you're working with the colors, yeah, we're going on reverse curve. We're going here in this corner, then closer to color than possible, right? So pay attention to this, to not do reverse. Otherwise, your colors will be pretty dirty. At least if until you don't have this intention, avoid this. Now you see there is a bit tricky way with this dark blue, the navy blue, because it is intense and is 500 already darker than the rest. What we can do, we say, okay, it's not really it's not really a 500. It looks more, let's say, let's see what it looks really more like a 800, right? So maybe we can say it is a 7. Okay, so we say this will be 7, and now we need to find something in between these ones, and will be a different shade. So something like this, deeper, 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 something like this. So we have the shade, and maybe this is also too much. So you can adjust it to until you will find the right way, yeah, to have it. And this will be also now need to slightly adjust. Yeah. Okay, something like this. So we have it closer to other colors, and we will use this blue 900 here. And what left is just the accent blue, which is I'm not sure how we will use because it is pretty close to other blues we have, but I will give a chance. Okay, so 500 is this one. So we need to identify a hundreds. I'm guessing something that's slightly darker to stay aligned with the rest. Okay, so now we need to find something in between. It will be something like this. Too much. Okay. Yeah, something like this. And now we need to set a 700. Moving deeper, yeah, something like this. Well, yeah, okay, this is a different one. We don't need to use all the colors, and this is your work to identify which colors, which grades of these colors will be used. Like, okay, I don't want this will go in conflict, and definitely this navy blue is very friendly with this greeny-ish blue, so they will work better together. But this one is very nice one. Maybe use some the background, or use this one for the status colors, like notifications, just informational state. Okay, so this is the case. We will not add any complementary, like additional colors or status colors here, because now we need to focus on the cards and representation in design system by itself. Now let's make the styles for these colors. Let's give them names and place them, like give them some more representative way look, right? What we need for this? First of all, we will need to identify what do we need. We need to have name. Right? Let's say a color name. Oof, how big you are! Very screaming at me. Well, let's say at least maybe even smaller, something like this. Okay, and bold. Oh, come on, something easier. Yes. Okay, this is the way to have color name. We need to have a color number, the value. Yeah, so value is just to quick check if you need. Usually we will set it with the hashtag, because we use hex. It depends what system you use. If your developers use RGB, you place here RGB, or you can place even both, because if the same design system used by web and a mobile team, and mobile team works with RGB system, and your web design web developers, they work with hex, you can place both, so you can easily check it just by look. Okay, this is what need to be fixed, need to be adjusted. Okay, and also you always can set in the card the purpose of it. That's okay. Value, and let's say they will be very very smaller, like 16. The basics, there will be description if needed. Yeah, because description not always needed. So it's like this. This is going to be smaller. You're going to be a slightly bigger. Okay, fill. Okay, let's do fill. This will be our basic card. We will need to have a color, so we need to have a color, right? That we will set slightly like this, or whatever. Even oops, go wider if you want. So we have like this, and we do the outer layout of it. The same middle. Why it didn't work? Who knows? Let's try again. Okay, now we in the middle we can set the paddings. Let's say it will be 24, which is pretty big, but yeah, I think a bit less. It's good to have this space, the white space, to separate the color. You can identify it if needed, or you can keep them together without gaps with these blocks. Like you still could be able to do this. I will show it in a minute. Okay, and so this will be one thing. We say, okay, in radius, whatever, 12, and we have a stroke, which is should be more neutral, and we say like this. Okay, and these guys are pretty big. So it's interesting thing. Okay, so something like this could work. So we can say this is our gray 900s. Okay, we have value. I don't like that it's a billion of options here. Yeah, okay, now it's better. What happened here also? Why we have a billion of auto layouts? So this is the value, the hex we need, right? This is what we have. And description, we can say, okay, a main text. Ooh, almost. Let's try again. Main text color, or whatever is, right? So this is our card as you feel it like this. You can make it as beautiful as you want, as many graphic representation as you want or need. So imagine this your card, and I can make a component out of it. So now every time I would this is master component, and I would use it as color cards. and up, design system, color card. Okay, so this will be the color card we will work with. Okay, and I can copy as many times as well. If I want to keep my cards together and have it in different way, so let's say this one has no radius, it is flat, we have no paddings here at all, right? And here also, actually, this case. So this will be the way, and I will place my cards like this. Yeah, I'll need to check then the size of the text. Make it smaller, maybe, because it's too much, it's hard to see. So what is the color in the space between them, actually? 15 and the 16 will stay like this. So they could be the way, and this will be maybe, so I can see the colors here, right? So this is my color. I can see this and say this is 800. Okay, whatever value is of it. But also what is important is I don't show here is like, okay, when you set, okay, you're not specifying like, okay, we can put, oh, need to be, okay, not identifying what I'm writing, no idea. Okay, so this is the way, and we have the gradation like this, or we have cards like this. This up to you. You group them, you name them, you rate it. But most important, all of these colors, they should be added as styles, or you add them as tokens. So you add them as variables in your file, and then you apply this here. Okay, so in this case, we say, okay, let's go, well, maybe we'll start with the styles. Let's do something simpler and do not add all these 10 colors. Let's go with the reds or yellows. Let's use maybe yellow in this case. So I would like to add a style. So I go into styles, say color, which I need to rename. Obviously, it will say will be primary yellow 500s. Okay, this is will be my value. Create a variable. I create a variable. Nice. No thinking. Anyhow, this is a variable I have. So it will, when I will need to use a card, let's say it will be this card, right? I apply a variable, not the hex value here. So when I go here and say yellow 500, this is what I have. And I just need to change the text. The yellow 500, the value. The value now will be a bit more complicated. A bit more complicated. Why I cannot see it? Okay, I will check it from styles because it's exactly the same one. Okay, so this is will be main accent color. Primary button background, something like this. Okay. So this the way you work this, that you collect all the colors, you set the styles, you apply styles on the card. So whatever you decided to change the style, it automatically will change your card. And here also, when you create a variable, actually, or when you create a proper variable, let's see, let's go then here. Okay, we have a yellow, the value, and you also can set actually the string, which is will be yellow 500. Okay, and then you set the value. And if the value change, you change it here. Yeah, you actually do this string value. This is the way, and you apply it here to do text. But wait, why it doesn't want string? Because it's the same name, doesn't want. Okay, okay, yellow 500 value, something like this. Now it will apply. Yes. Okay, perfect. So whatever I decide to change it here, and I will change the text, I will change it here and here, it's automatically will change on the card. So it will be easy for you to manage the changes. You will have less issues when the value on the card will not match actually the real value, the new value you have. Okay, that's actually pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. If not, like always, leave your comments and we will discuss it later. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. If not, like always, leave the comments below and, or I don't know, change the channel. It's always an option. But I would be happy to hear your opinion. I would be happy to improve myself because this is the place where we are not perfect, where we experiment, we fail, we learn, and I would like to learn based on your feedback also. So please share with me, and I hope you enjoyed d- I hope you learned something new actually, and this is very interesting to hear what you think about this, how you set your colors in design systems. If you do this in a different way, just let me know. I would be happy to know. And also, the most important, remember that imperfect process actually lead us to pixel perfect design. It's just a temporal imperfection, not to be. You don't need to be scared of it.